Mike said come out with your camera and start filming. Wow. Where did you find that?
By the bins.
Oh my goodness.
Now this has got a couple of marks and a hole, 2 holes. But they're the same design
There's the ones down the studio, yeah, where you can make different arrangements.
So we can unscrew these and change these covers if we need to, and get rid of that.
Yeah, well you did with the others, the arms come off, so if you don't want arm. You've got 2. When you said come out with your camera, I thought you found another chameleon or something. And then you opened the back and I was like, you haven't brought an animal home.
So we can now definitely use the other 2.
They're not torn or anything, are they? Just faded. There's no tears.
Yeah, we've got a couple of splits.
Brilliant.
Yep, it's all, that one's all right. Yep, all the supports here for this one as well.
Wow, excellent find. Super. Rubbish to the rubbish bins, and I found a black pot, decent size, brown pot, and a little bit crushed but still usable, another pot. Always keep your eyes peeled, you never know what you will find. Just come back from the recycling salvage dump. And first of all I got this. Mike wasn't sure about it, but even if it's temporary, it's usable. I'm thinking about putting this next to, I call it my coal frame, I'll show you, just for additional storage of seed pots when I start growing again next year. And I was thinking I can either place wood to make like these shelves, or I've been getting baking trays if there's anything big enough to insert in those. Yes. So I'll show you that in situ in a minute. It might not work, we'll see. It might be more stable the other way up. The cat's demonstrating for you that it's a bit rickety, but I might stand it the other way up, we'll see. And then there was a broken pedal bin, waste paper bin, and I knew they have inserts, so of course this was super. I've just pulled this out, it's very clean, so that can be used for anything. Then I usually pick up baking trays for drip trays. This is plastic, and I thought that's an ideal drip tray for little pots, and I notice it's actually seems to be the lid of a toy box or something, but that is useful. There wasn't a lot there this time because they were actually clearing the site. There were a few more flower pots and that. We couldn't get them. The skip things there are so deep, you can go from the top end and grab stuff, but you can't reach in very far. So if they're not on the edge where you're level with the top of it, which is this width, then you can't grab stuff. Mike did actually reach in, a bit dangerous as far as he could, because I saw this really big flower pot. There were, as I say, more flower pots. I just couldn't reach them. It's not worth risking life and limb. And if you go on the ground level, they're too high to even look or reach in. But anyway, I got another big pot, and I did get this one, another trough pot. That's actually in good condition, just used. And then finally I saw 2 children's buckets, possibly from an old holiday rental place. So of course they're useful for gardening, anything I want to use those for. Probably not planting. Probably when I plant seeds out and I have lots of packets of seeds, I often put them in a carry container, and then I can put them on the ground in an area I'm going to sow seeds, and the open packets won't fall or blow away or spill. So sometimes I use things with handles for that. And of course with those I picked up the spade, and that's going to be useful. I don't have many forky type tools, so again they probably won't last very long, but something is better than nothing. And then anything that gets broken goes back to the recycling plant, and then they recycle the plastic. So I think that was a pretty good haul, considering, as I say, there wasn't really much there at all. And I'll show you this in situ. This is what I was talking about. I never know quite what to call it really. This is now my nursery area. As you can see, I've now put cardboard underneath. If you recall, 2 of the legs actually rusted away, so might cut it down to size. And the stones are there underneath because we are on the mountainside, so nothing's straight. He said, shall I cut the legs different sizes so it stands flat? And I said, no, if I ever move it for any reason, it won't work. When we first found this here on the property, it didn't even have shelves. Mike's just used old wires and old racking just to make an area where I can put pots. And this is my nursery area. I was contemplating if I can ever find some form of cover for it to use it as a mini greenhouse, but literally you wouldn't use it more than 2 months like that, and then the plastic or whatever would break up. I've sorted all my flower pots out. I keep my flower pots up here. The cardboard will stop weeds growing underneath. It's all the flower pots I've sorted out. And as you can see, I keep up here any baking trays or casserole pots, anything like that, find at the dump that I use for bases. And in that blue area there, under that is all the cat food bags that I'm not previously using. So now I've done this area, I was thinking the thing I've just got, I put a bit of cardboard out here as well because we get couch grass just here. Oh, these are any bamboos we've cut down and I use for stakes. So I was thinking maybe put it here. So it would be this side. Let's have a look which way up it will be best. That way up, and I was thinking possibly tie it, because it's not amazingly stable, tie it to here. Let's have a look at it the other way up and see what's best. I think that would be alright like that, and that would give me an extra shelf, but let's look the other way. And that's the other way up. Obviously had drawers in it, I would have said. Hey, you never know, if ever I find drawers to fit, then could keep my garden tools in there. I think the other way up was probably better. And as I say, I'm going to tie it to here anyway, so it might as well go the other way up. Let's put it back. Yes, that just looks better that way up. I think that's how it's going to go. Let's see if I can go further back for you so you can see it from the side. There. I think that would be alright. Mike doesn't like some of the junk I pick up, unless it's useful for some project. But that might just create a little bit more shelf. As I say, I had that odd bit of cardboard anyway sticking out. So what do you think? Do you think that was a yes or a no to pick up? Maybe once I've got things on there and got shelves there, you may change your mind if you say no. Or if it doesn't work, as I say, you can always take it back again. If If you recall, I did have drawers, a sort of drawer unit, that I've now got the drawers in my craft cupboard, and Mike made me shelves for them because it was the actual stand that broke, as it was a cheaper plastic. They may fit in there, but I don't want to do that with those. So tell me what you think was the best thing I salvaged out of this video, and tell me what you've salvaged lately and what you've used it for. So in the end, I actually moved it round the side here, and I've put in these cut down containers. They're split in half and they make really good drawers and fit in perfectly. And for now, I've just put the cat food bags in them that I grow in, and that just keeps them out the way until I use them. And for now, I've just put this on top, and then if I'm doing something here, I just want to leave my tools on the top or something, then I can do that, because eventually this hopefully will be filled up with plants. And as you can see, I turned this up the other way in the end anyway, so I could add another shelf on top in the future.